let's go ahead and wrap up with an all-new Under Review, the segment where we talk about products that we're testing. I got a fun one for you guys this week, and I'm going to start off with a disclaimer. This product is probably not going to be for everyone. Okay, I think that Anker has a great product on their hands here, but it's a tough sell because not everyone wants to have a product like this. So what am I talking about? I'm getting ahead of myself here. I have in my hands the Anker Soundcore Frames. And let me see if I can turn my camera zoom on or my focus on here so you guys can actually see these things up close. Yeah. Is that working? Kind of. There we go.
Oh, there we
go. How's that?
Yeah. There you go.
So these are a pair of audio sunglasses. And actually, I think they have a pair of frames that you can just put normal glasses into. And so they have like these speakers that are built into the stems of the sunglasses. I know this sounds wacky. I know for a lot of people, they're like, why would you want this? It's for people like me who love having ethereal audio. And we had this conversation a while ago about the toilet seats that go over your neck with the speakers in them, right? And they have these speakers that you can wear around your neck from Sony and from Bose. And the idea is you place them around your neck, and then you don't have to wear headphones or earphones or anything. And then the music just blasts up to your head, and you can wear them on bike rides and on walks. And I think that I might be in this strange class of people that really likes ethereal audio products. Like when I'm walking around outside, when I'm on bike rides, I don't mind wearing my AirPods, but I prefer to not have anything in my ears. And that's what these things do. They connect to your smartphone, your iPhone, your iPad, whatever, and then they broadcast. They have some like tiny speakers built in here. I don't know if I can show this. They have these tiny speakers that are built into the frames. Yeah, there you go. And you can see they just blast audio right into your ear. And they come in a multitude of designs. And the way this works is like these stems have like this, I think it's like a proprietary connection, and you just like, hold on, you just pull them off. And so you can pull them off of the actual glasses and then put new glasses onto the fronts. And they sent me a whole bunch of designs. They make them in all these styles, and some of the styles I actually really like. Like I like the styles that I have here. They're kind of like a peach colored acetate. And the other thing that I just found out, because like when I first got these, I was like, man, I really wish like these are polarized. And then I went and looked at the box. They are polarized. They're all polarized. Like so, like they're really high quality sunglasses on the front, and they do a good job at eliminating glare and stuff. So they're not like some cheap sunglasses attached to like some speakers. Like it's not a gimmick. It's like they really put a lot of thought and design into this product, and they work very seamlessly with your Apple products. I mean, you can even see the battery meter for the Soundcore Frames on your iPhone, so you can see how much battery life is left, which, by the way, they hardly ever need to be charged. Like, I charge them maybe once a week. I wear them all the time. They last forever. I don't know exactly what the number is, but I probably charge them maybe once a week. And when I charge them, they usually have like 20-30% battery life left. And as soon as you take them off, they go into sleep mode, so they don't use battery power. And then when you put them on, let me see here. You might be able to hear it. No, can't hear anything. How do I look, by the way?
Oh man, so cool.
Cool looking sunglasses, right? And so they connect when you put them on your face, and then they just broadcast your audio, directly to your ears. And I love them, man. Like I wear them when I'm outside. I've been wearing them on bike rides and stuff. And I was telling Lewis, I don't know if this is pre-show, but I was saying like they've actually replaced my AirPods in certain scenarios. Like when I go outside, when I go on drives, when I'm riding my bike, I usually wear these instead of wearing my AirPods because I just like having the ethereal audio. And also now I have sunglasses with me as well. And they've got some designs that I really like. Like they have these ones, which I showed you. And let me see here.
You don't have to worry about the AirPod popping out and falling down a drain.
Or falling into your toilet. I don't even know if this is like all the I Cave Davis saying you need some Dr. Disrespect style ones. Yeah. So they've got a bunch of different designs that they sent me. They probably sent me like freaking $300, $400 worth of designs here.
How much does each set of sunglasses cost?
I think they're $50, which for a pair of high quality polarized sunglasses, I sound like I'm shilling for them. Like, I'm not. They didn't pay me to say any of this. They did send these to me for free, which people always say doesn't affect your opinion. I think it does. But I actually genuinely do like them. And I think $50 for a pair of high quality polarized sunglasses is actually not very much. Like, my Ray-Bans that I routinely wear cost like $150, right? So paying $50 just for the front parts, I actually don't think is all that unreasonable. These kind of look like the Ray-Ban Wayfarer sunglasses that I normally wear. They sent me, I guess these ones are pretty similar. And again, all of them polarized, right? So you get really high quality optical on all of these different sunglasses. I'm holding up some clear ones with black lenses. Oh, here we go, Lewis. Now, I know this is your style because I know you're all about the Biden sunglasses. You like that Biden style. Here you go. Here's the Biden Aviators right there. So you can...
I'm gonna call them the Hunter S. Thompson Aviators because
okay.
That's the classic.
Well, there's one thing for sure. When you're wearing these, you can see the stairs clearly when you're coming in and out of the plane. So these would help you navigate that scenario expertly. Sorry. And then wait a second, IK Dave. This might be what we were looking for here. This is kind of like Dr. Disrespect-ish, isn't it?
Or are they just purple?
They just need some like mirror finish. Anyway, I realize this is kind of a unique product. And like I said, I think that Anker has a kind of a tough sell on their hands because I think a lot of people are like, well, why would I want sunglasses that play audio? Like everyone I've talked to about these thought it was kind of like a wacky, zany idea. But the thing is like once you use them and you're like, oh, this is actually really nice because now I don't have to put anything in my ears. I can wear them outside. I can wear them when I'm out and about. They're really great for podcasts. I mean, they sound good. I wouldn't say they sound as good as AirPods do because they're not inside your ears, but they sound really good and you can definitely listen to music on them. But what I've been using them for is like listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos and that type of thing. They have great range that you can get super far away from your phone. And I think one of the other things I wanted to mention was just how well designed this product is. Like, they're really well thought out and the industrial design is good. The product quality is really good. They integrate super tightly with your Apple devices and the experience is just really good. So anyway, the Soundcore Frames. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask you like, what do you thought of the audio quality? I got to try these out before they launched them and it didn't sound. It definitely doesn't sound as good as AirPods.
No.
And for me, it's a no. Aside from like getting some with prescriptions put in, it's impossible because I can't see without glasses.
Right.
So I would not be able to use this product. But I think that for podcasts, it would be unbelievably great. And actually with music, it does have a kind of a almost like a HomePod-y kind of like shimmery sound around your ears, right? I mean, it's nowhere near as good as a HomePod, obviously, because it's tiny little speakers right by your ears. But it's just like you're kind of cocooned in that little audio, right?
Yeah, and you still have total situational awareness. So like when you're like, I wore these on my bike to see if they would work because you have like the wind noise and everything, and they did. The one complaint I do have about these is I wish they got louder. Like they just don't get loud enough in some scenarios because you don't have anything in your ears blocking sound. And so I found oftentimes, especially with YouTube videos, because people publish their videos with different volume levels, and some videos sound super loud and they're fine, and then some of them are really low and these just don't get loud enough to boost that audio up. So that's kind of like my only complaints about these. But and then they don't sound as good as AirPods, but I guess for me I didn't expect them to because
it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a completely different product. It's more about convenience than it is about having the best audio quality. And so if you're looking for like the absolute most pristine audio quality, well then, a speaker packed into the stem of a pair of sunglasses obviously aren't going to sound as good as something that's, are inside your ears and are entirely speakers and not meant to also, be slender and slim so that they can fit inside of the stem of a pair of sunglasses. But
you could take phone calls on them too, right?
Yeah, you can take phone calls. I haven't tested the microphone quality. I don't even know if these have a microphone in them. I think they do. And I haven't tried that yet, but I should give you a call and you should let me know.
On air.
Oh yeah, they've got 2 mics, one in each one in each stem. They have 5.5 hour playtime, which actually is lower than I would have thought because, like I said, like mine last all week and I use them for long stretches of time over the course of the week. And they're also IPX4 water resistant. So I guess that means they can get splashed by rain. I'd have to look up what IPX4 means. I don't remember. Yeah, they're cool, man. I started off when we were talking about this. I was like, I don't think I'm in love with them yet, but I'm close. Like I'm close. Like they have definitely found their way into my heart. And whenever I go out now, like I always make sure they're with me. And the other thing I like is they're kind of covert, right? Like there are situations where you don't want to have your AirPods in because then people know that you're not paying attention to them. But with these, so the thing I forgot to mention is they have they're touch sensitive on the sides. Like they have these logos on the sides that you can like double tap, and you can start and stop your audio by double tapping the sides of the stem, which is something that they used to have in the earlier versions of the AirPods, which they got rid of in the AirPods 3, which I actually don't like as much because now if you want to control audio, you have to like press on the stem, which isn't nearly as convenient. And so for these, like you can just be like having a conversation with your wife, like right, and like she comes in. This is the typical scenario for me, right? Like I'm sitting there listening to something, and then she just comes in, she just starts talking to me because she doesn't know that I'm listening to anything. So I just double tap it. And it stops, and then I'm listening. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. Like, yeah, great plan there. And then as soon as she's done going on and on about whatever she's talking about, I just double tap it, and the audio starts again. And it doesn't really seem like I'm listening to anything. Now, if they're close enough to you, they can hear it because it's ethereal, so they might be able to tell. But on a drive, like if I'm on a drive with my wife, like I'm not going to wear my AirPods because that means I'm communicating the message like I'm not listening to you. I want to be listening to my AirPods, right? And when we're on drives, my wife always wants to be talking to me, but then sometimes there's little breaks where she stops. So I just, I just double tap it.
Sometimes there are times when she stops. Also, it could also work the other way. When they start talking, you tap the temples and start the music, and you just start nodding. Yes, dear. Yes, honey. You're absolutely right, dear.
We got to get you a pair of these, Lewis. I think you need a pair of these.
It's funny you mentioned that. You know, the whole thing of like, my wife does the exact same thing, right? I mostly am up in the office. So then when I go downstairs to get some water or coffee or something like that, you know, it's like, oh, now's my chance to talk to Lewis. And I typically, if I'm making a cup of coffee, I'm listening to a podcast with a AirPod in my ear. And she just comes in and she starts talking. I'm like, you know, I can't hear you because I've got, you know, so she doesn't get the visual cue that I can't hear it. And it's an odd phenomenon, isn't it? It's like, you know, you feel like somebody just barged in on you and expected you to be just 100% listening to you. But in fact, you're like, you know, listening to some podcast, right? Because, you know, you've been in there. Sometimes, like, if you're in the zone washing the dishes for like 10, 15 minutes, you know, what are you doing? I mean, is it weird that I've got, that I'm listening to a podcast while I wash the dishes? No. In fact, she used to complain because I would listen to the radio back in the day, right? Listen to the radio and like, oh, you're always listening to the radio. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, okay, well, now I have AirPods and I can listen to the radio or the podcast. And anyway, it's a common problem, I guess, at least between the two of us.
Yeah, I think that's a common wife-husband problem. I know there's definitely people out there who are kind of like nodding and they're like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about when you're on the drive and you're like, I kind of wanted to just listen to a podcast, but you're talking to me, you know, it's like, I don't want to be rude, but if you're going to stop, then I'll just, you know, double tap it and I'll wait for the next, you know, stream of consciousness to begin.
Secret double tap.
Anyway, I should wrap up. I know I've been going on and on about these, but I wasn't expecting to like them as much as I have. And I think more than anything else is I love the design of the sunglasses, which is important, right? Because like they're actually cool sunglasses. They're $150 for a pair of these. And then the like the actual sunglass portion, which you just, you know, snap on to the stems here, costs $50 each. I think they're all $50. And I think Anker's got a great product on their hands here. I really do. Like I said, they're kind of wacky. They're not for everyone, but I like them. And if you like ethereal audio, I would wholeheartedly recommend you try these out. And you'll probably like them more than you think that you're going to like them. once you have like that ethereal audio experience, you don't have to have anything in your ears. Once you get used to it, it's just kind of nice to have some variety. You don't have to have something jammed in your ears all the time. God, I went on and on about those forever. So that was just a stream of consciousness.
It's an interesting product, man.
Yeah, it is kind of an interesting product.
It's different, you know. It's not just another set of AirPods or earbuds. It's not another, wall wart.
Yeah,
there's something to say about it. I mean, it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. It is. It's an unusual product. I think that might make it what is interesting, because it's not just another pair of headphones, like you say. Like everyone's always got a pair of headphones. Or like our headphones are different because they go to 11. Or look, the ear cups are a special microfiber that
comes in purple.
Yeah, right. But they're all just headphones. And it's like, and here you have Anker. And Anker is interesting because they got their start on Amazon. I think they were built to be an Amazon company. And they started off with like cables and Apple accessories. And they built a brand name for themselves for building like high quality cables and stuff. And now they're branching out. Like we were talking about, they have like that power bank, like that $1,500 battery power bank. They just came out with a 3D printer, which I think is really interesting. And I'm wondering how that compares to other 3D printers. So now they're branching out into other products, which is interesting. They have these. They have a bunch of audio products now. So they're kind of expanding into everything.
Their earbuds are really good, too. I mean, they don't have that Apple ecosystem magic, right? I mean, that's my only knock against them.
Dude, otherwise, nobody has
great.
that. I mean,
know.
Like that's the thing. You realize how great the AirPods are when you can move from your iPhone to your iPad to your Mac, and you don't have to connect anything or do anything. Like, and these are Bluetooth. Like, they have a great connection, but when you're connected to your phone and then you go to your iPad, they don't automatically connect to your iPad. You have to like disconnect them from your iPhone, reconnect them to your iPad. It's kind of lame. But that's how Bluetooth works,
Yeah, that's how everything works.
That's how everything works.
Before the AirPods.
Yeah, exactly. Right.